Yeah. Huh. Okay, sir. We have seen now what is eligible investors. Correct. Sir, now we'll be seeing who is the eligible investee. Who can take money. Now you saw who can give money. All simple people. If you can remember the points, a direct question only. Eligible investee entity. If you guys get, if you think you will get confused, write down the company receiving money. Eligible investee entity receiving money. So basically the Indian entity. Sir, now who can receive money, sir? There are 6, so plan your page accordingly. So the first one, Indian company. As long as you are not under the prohibited sector, as per your sectoral regulation, you accept the money. No, nothing else for you. Who can take money, sir? A company, da, you take whatever you want. Because you are the most regulated entity in India. There are more people to come who are not regulated. Example, sole proprietorship and all will come. So Indian company, you are the maximum regulated person in India. You take money, da. Just that you see what is automatic, what is approval, how much percentage. If you are insurance company, that 49% will apply to you. But you take money. You are taking. I have no problem. Indian company absolutely possible as per the rules. That's all. Sir, the second person is your partnership firm or proprietary concern. Partnership firm or you have to write partnership firm or proprietary concern. You tell me. Let us look from module. Huh? Sir, we'll go on a strike today only if you do like that. Sir, under partnership or proprietary concern, sir, there are 3 points. First person, NRI can invest. NRI can invest on non-repatriation. Generally, they tell no people who are the main two. If I say profession or the people who need recognition in India, people say farmers and then soldiers. Yeah. Third thing should go to these NRIs. They stay outside India, people. But during the Great Recession, the 2008 2009, where the employments were zero, no money in the economy at all, the only people who funded India was these people, NRIs, staying abroad. They had some things, certain things as per the economy. They paid their taxes. Yes, I hope you have seen your Income Tax Act. Resident in India, income arising. Sir, whatever this person pays tax, Papa. Yes, so these people should be given recognition next to your farmers and soldiers. They are such important people for our backbone of our economy. Yeah, that is the reason, people, if you see in all the places, we have given them a special mention. NRI, NRI. Yeah. Sir, NRI can invest on non-repatriation provided satisfies following conditions. So day NRI, you have gone outside India, but you still want to do, oh, okay, do. What is the condition? First thing, non-repatriation. Sir, next one. Investment is made out of NRE account, FCNR account, NRO account. We have written about all this. Yes, people, have we written this? Chapter 3, refer. Investment out of NRE account, FCNR account, NRO account. You can make investment. Next one. Sir, restriction. What is a restriction? Restriction is basically you cannot invest. Basically, he cannot invest. NRI cannot invest. Where he cannot invest? If he is into these things. First one, agriculture. Next one, plantation. Third one, real estate. Print media. Do not get confused here. I am telling about a proprietary concern or your partnership firm which is into doing this business. I am not telling you cannot buy a land. I am not telling you cannot whatever. You cannot buy a newspaper. You can not invest into such partnership firms or proprietary concerns. That is the meaning of it. Sir, next condition we have already seen. Not eligible for repatriation. That is, the money cannot be taken back. Sir, I want to take it back. Now what do I do? Prior permission of RBI for repatriation. So generally what did we see? NRI can invest, but on a non-repatriation, sir, I want to take it back. Take RBI approval. Simple. So generally non-repatriation means once you have invested into the economy, you cannot take it back. If you want to take it back, take RBI approval. Sir, third person. If you are any other person other than NRI, if they want to invest, other than NRI to invest, approval of RBI in consultation with the government. End of the day, I told agriculture, we cannot afford foreign currency to hit our land. So if you are into that business, that is the reason I'm telling you, you can do anything. You can buy an agriculture land also. I'm not even stopping that. What am I stopping you? You cannot do agriculture business. You have money. I'll tell you something. Okay. Today, imagine Ola and Uber came. Before that, there were this airport taxis. Do you find it anymore? Do you guys directly go and stop an auto and do you get inside anymore? Why? Because people, they burn out their cash. They will give you 100. Now I'm seeing on this big basket. People, it is good for them. People who are affording, they are able to buy it. Okay. What is that? Those green leaves. Whatever the palak or whatever your leaves are. They peel it, they clean it, they pack it and they send it. Cut vegetables. People tomorrow, if you get used to it, today he is giving at a very discounted price. When you go to a market, the unpeeled one, the uncleaned one is more expensive than whatever it is available on Big Basket. On Big Basket, now you have a milk subscription. Now, how many of you back then, 10 years back, there were people who used to come and deliver the milk packets door to door? How many of them are doing now? It doesn't happen, people. So there are certain segments where we do not want you to do the business at all. Yes. Huh. So sir, NRI, they freely come da, non-repatriation basis, just that do not invest in your agriculture, real estate and this thing. Sir, you're not eligible to take back the money. If you want you take back, just ask me and take the RBI approval. Other than NRI, to invest, take RBI approval and come inside. So we are giving you that privilege. Come, NRI, no, come, invest. It is the point. Huh. Sir, the next person is called trust. Sir, trust. So a person resident outside India is not permitted to invest in Indian trust other than VCF, Venture Capital Fund. So people trust, we are not giving them a eligibility. Then why did we write here, sir? Because this person is there. He is eligible to invest. That is the reason we are writing. Or else trust cannot take money from abroad towards setting up of a trust. Sir, people do not get confused. I'm only and only talking about capital. Who can set up? Sir, if trust wants to take money, they approve FCRA approval, foreign contribution only, no. So he can accept money, just that the foreign entity cannot set up a trust in India. That is the meaning of it. Yes. Sir, fourth one. Sir, LLP. Just remember the types of businesses in India. First one was what? Company. Second one, partnership and sole proprietorship. Only NRI allowed. Non-repatriation basis. Repatriation, take RBI approval. Other come under RBI approval. Next one, trust, not allowed. VCF allowed. Sir, LLP. All business entities only. Anything new? Nothing. Sir, LLP. LLP is also people, just like company, though they are also governed, strictly regulated. They have a law. ROC is only. So same, treat them like company only. Just that they are also permitted under automatic route. Automatic route. So you are permitted under automatic route, provided that is where 100% FDI is allowed. Sir, permitted under automatic route where 100% FDI is allowed. Insurance, how much FDI is allowed? So can they invest in such LLP? Not possible. Automatic route, it will not come. It goes under approval route. So an LLP which can accept money 100% FDI wherever it is allowed, you can invest in such LLPs. No problem. Under automatic route only. Don't take anyone's permission. If you belong to a sector where 100% FDI is not allowed, in example insurance, if they want to set up such LLP, you can do it only after an approval. That is the meaning of it. Is this clear, all of you? Write down. It is permitted to make downstream investment. To make downstream investment in another company or LLP in sectors in which 100% FDI is allowed. Yes, Sushant. As per the sector, company also as per the sector, 100% allowed, if at all your sector allows you. So depending upon the sector. So as per the rules, basically FDI is allowed depending upon your sector. Insurance 49%. Only up to that you can invest. That is the meaning of it. Yes, sir. So LLP, what they are trying to tell, you will come under automatic route only if it is 100% FDI allowed. If it is more than that, I mean less than that 100%, you have to come under approval route if you want to set up a LLP in India. That is the meaning of it. Getting this point? Any confusion? Sir, assume a LLP is into insurance sector. Sir, now insurance sector, what is the cap? The maximum FDI you can take is 49%. In such LLP, you cannot make a direct FDI under automatic route is not possible. Yes, sir. Now, we will see in certain cases. Sir, say for example, tea. Sir, 100% allowed, sir. Now, sir, if such LLP is into such tea business, 100% allowed. Now, they need not take any approval. It is automatic. So, depending upon your sector, if it is 100% supported FDI, no approval required. Less than 100%, you will come under approval route. Come under government's permission. That is the meaning of it. Clear all of you? Any doubts here? Yes, sir. Now, what do you mean by downstream investment, people? Very simple. One LLP is taking money from FDI. From dollar, sir, someone is taking money from US. Sir, now they have money. Sir, now can they open one more LLP or can they invest in another company? This becomes Indian entity, no? Indirectly, what are you saying, sir? Okay. Insurance sector, foreign LLP cannot, or foreign company, they cannot have more than 49% of investment. Okay, I'll open an Indian LLP. Now, this is Indian LLP, no? Sir, now that will control this company 100%. Now, this can I do it as insurance? Is what the question is. So, sir, a LLP which has received money, it can make further investment into some company or LLP allowed, as long as even this has 100% under automatic route. That is, whatever is your FDI allowed, it should be 100%. If that is the case, don't even ask me. Sir, if it is coming under any other sector, 100% not allowed, again come under approval route. So, sir, now what do you mean by downstream investment, people? Downstream investment, you are taking money, you are giving it to someone else. If that sector is also 100% FDI supported, go do automatic route. Sir, not supported, come under approval route. Yes, sir. Now read whatever you have written. It is permitted to make downstream investment in another company or LLP in sector in which 100% FDI is allowed. Yes, Sushant. Associate company, correct. 20% to 50%. Sir, can't a foreign company invest in real estate investment trust, infrastructure, alternate investment trust? We'll write that. We have written, no? Not yet. No, we are yet to write. We'll write that. Okay, Sushma. Okay. It is possible. It is called as associate only. Yeah. For me, only your first three letters are visible. Okay, sir. LLP understood? Any doubts? Yes, sir. Now, people, simple, one more line here only. What is that? Sir, whatever LLP you have received, whatever FDI you have received, if you want, you can get converted to any other form of business also. LLP to company, company to LLP also possible, even after receiving FDI. Because both are regulated, absolutely no issues. Yes. Sir, the next point, fifth one. Sir, investment vehicle. Investment vehicle. So, sir, investment vehicle registered with SEBI, investment vehicle registered with SEBI or any authority including REIT, real estate investment trust, REIT, real estate investment trust, InvIT, infrastructure investment trust, AIF, alternative investment fund, that is your trust only. So real estate investment trust, infrastructure investment trust, alternate investment fund or alternative investment trust also. So sir, now what about them? Permitted to receive from PROI. Everywhere it is investment. Real estate investment trust, infrastructure investment trust, alternate investment fund. Yes, sir. Where did we see REIT? Have you guys seen REIT somewhere? Okay, right on. Sir, permitted to receive from PROI. Again, we have a special reference to our guest. Except citizen or entity of Pakistan or Bangladesh. So if you are a citizen or if you are a company or an entity, LLP, if you are situated in Pakistan or Bangladesh, sir, there is a restriction. So you guys can't come here. Okay. So people, as of now, I'll just give you on the face of this information. There is one more topic where I will connect in detail regarding this. Yeah. Sir, as of now, just imagine investment vehicle means, sir, these are entities, sir, created to raise funds. Sir, these are entities created to raise funds. So if I say it is a REIT, real estate investment trust. Now, for example, if I have to tell you in a very simple term, now assume if this functions like a mutual fund. How does mutual fund work? I will collect money. I will go and invest in various shares and stocks. Whatever return I get, I will give it back as a dividend. Mutual fund works like that only. And your unit also keeps growing. So real estate investment trust also works on the same principle. We collect money from people. We invest into real estate. Yes, sir. Based on appreciation, movements and all, we will take money. We will make profit. We will give back returns. So these are called as REITs. In the same way, infrastructure. Sir, people finance infrastructure people. Roads, bridges, flyovers, uh, urbanization, urban development, township development, sanitization, whatever is required. So all this comes under infrastructure. So regarding that, I will tell you guys in detail, but on the face of it, this is what they do. They raise money from abroad, they create corpus, they invest here, because this is also a very good inflow for us people. And we are not even giving ownership. REIT is registered in India only, no? Yes, REIT is a vehicle. Real Estate Investment Trust is a trust opened in India. So ownership will be with us only. We will be giving units of whatever we have invested to the people, whoever has come from outside India. So PROIs get return, that's all. They will not become the owners exactly. Okay. In short, people, this investment trusts, what are they? They will take money from abroad, PROI. They will invest into this entity, that is a trust. It can be real estate or your InvIT or your AF. They will collect money. They will put into the various sectors. If it is real estate, they will put into real estate. Infrastructure projects. Sir, they will sell it off. They will make money. They will give it back to the PROI. Sir, how is it even benefiting us? Forex is coming inside, no? And I get in the point. Forex is coming inside. So, sir, this is also a way where we are raising money, sir. So, real estate, that is what I gave you an exception when we were doing your chapter 3 also. Same thing. I getting this point. So, REIT, I told you when we are doing chapter 5, I will tell you this is REIT. Regarding this in detail, again, I'll tell you. Do not worry. But got this, why it is called an investment vehicle? We collect money. We pool money. From this pool, we invest into that particular sector. Getting the point? We'll look into that. I'll tell you. There is one more topic again I'll have to tell you before telling that. That is the reason. So, sir, investment vehicle, the PROI is allowed to make. Sir, till now, 5 we are done. All possible. First one company, second one proprietary or partnership firm, trust, LLP, investment vehicle. Sir, the last person, this person is not a different category. He is also one of the person which we have seen, startup company. Sir, startup company, they can raise money in two ways. Startup company can issue equity or equity linked debt instruments, convertible, to foreign venture capital investor, FVCI, or they can also raise money from they can issue convertible note to PROI. They can issue convertible note to PROI. Again, the same restriction, except entity or citizen of Pakistan or Bangladesh. For an amount of rupees 25 lakhs or more in a single tranche. In a single tranche. Sir, what do you mean by tranche? Transaction. NRI may acquire convertible notes on non-repatriable basis. So, sir, a startup company, can it raise money from outside? Yes, possible. How? They can take investments from foreign venture capital investors directly from them. Sir, or they can issue something called as convertible note. For people doing after setting up of business entities, you guys can have a cross reference. You will be, sir, what do you mean by convertible note, people? Convertible note. Sir, first of all, this is also an instrument. Sir, what is the speciality of the instrument? People, the speciality it is, today you are raising money, just like your convertible debenture. Today you are getting it as a debt. Sir, but tomorrow this will get converted to a equity share. Sir, this is an instrument which is specifically designed to accept money from abroad. If you want to raise money from foreign sources, this is a note that is called as convertible note, which is specifically given it for this. So, sir, you are free to raise money by giving this convertible note. Why, sir? Why is it so good that any company can issue convertible note? People, you should be a startup. A normal company cannot give this. When I say startup, a private company which has been registered under DPIIT. Yes, sir, you should have a startup registration certificate. Not everyone can do this. So, convertible note by a startup, possible, sir. Only condition, people, you have to accept minimum 25 lakh rupees minimum investment. Less than that, it is not called as convertible note. This will not come here. It has to be 25 lakh or more. And you should have got that money in a single tranche. What do you mean by tranche? Single transaction. What do you mean by single transaction? No installment. One shot you have to receive 25 lakh rupees. If you are getting money in this way, you can accept it from any person resident outside India, as long as he is not a citizen or an entity of Bangladesh or Pakistan. Startup, two ways, sir. One, directly from foreign venture capital investor. Sir, second one, any PROI provided 25 lakh or more. Sir, convertible into equity share, obviously. Minimum is 25 lakh or more, single tranche. Sir, NRI, you can also invest. NRI, I told you, this is especially instrument which is given for a foreigner. NRI is an Indian, no? But even an NRI can also invest, because he is residing outside India, just that it is on a non-repatriable basis. Company law also you have seen. Under definition, what is not considered as deposit? Same thing. Yeah. Sir, where did we see under setting up of business entities? Startup India registration. Correct. Yes, sir. So, convertible note. Any doubts here? People, whatever we wrote, Indian company, we have seen, sir, partnership. People, prior to this, even a PIO was allowed. Now, where you just write whatever you have written, nothing else. I'm just showing it to you for your reference. Whatever you have written is correct. Why I'm showing it to you? whatever we have written is post amendment. This is how it was previous to amendment. Yes, sir. The PIO was also included in partnership firm. Meaning what, sir? People always remember partnership firm or proprietary concern is an unregulated market in India. If you see, that is the reason, except NRI, no one else is allowed here. If anyone else wants, come, but under approval route. OCI is not our citizen at all, no? Your origin is here, but are you our citizen? No. Removed. PIO, person of Indian origin. Yes, all the places wherever PIO was there, they have taken it off. Yes. The only place still where you can see PIO is where eligible investors, NRI, OCI comes there. Pension system. Except there, nowhere else you can see that. Yes, I hope it is clear. Trust. Conversion part I told you. Conversion of an LLP or a company having foreign investment and operating in sectors or activities where 100% FDI is allowed through the automatic route and there are no FDI linked performance condition, company or LP is permitted under automatic route. Basically, you can convert. Sir, investment vehicle, we saw this. Startup companies, 25 lakh rupees. NRIs on non-repatriable basis. A PROI may acquire or transfer by way of sale convertible notes from or to a person resident in India or outside India. Prior approval from government shall be obtained for such transfer. Sir, now what do you mean by this? Acquisition is done. Who? A person resident in or outside India he has taken. Now he is transferring it to someone else. For this, take government's approval. Wherever people initially someone else took, but later, sir, they are transferring it to someone else. In all these cases, government approval will come into picture. Yeah. Okay, sir. So this is your eligible investors, eligible investees. Yes, sir. One more thing I told you, the startup company is issuing convertible notes. Everything come under RBI. RBI is regulating convertible note. Yeah. Entry route for investment. Sir, when a FDI is coming into India, it can come under two routes. Sir, first one is called automatic route. If it is automatic route, sir, without prior approval of either government or RBI, nothing is required. You directly come inside, absolutely no problem. Government route, then you have to seek the prior approval of government. When I say government, whose permission should I take, sir? Government, you have to take the specific administrative ministry or the department concerned. Their approval should be taken. Yes, sir. So, sir, foreign investment in sectors or activities under government approval route will be subject to government approval where? So, sir, when and all I should take government approval? First one, an Indian company is being established with foreign investment. Subsidiary, joint venture, wholly owned subsidiary. You are setting up a company in India, but where is the money coming from? Foreign investment. And is not owned or controlled by a resident entity. So, sir, ownership control is with an outsider. Sir, government approval. That is what they are telling. Foreign investment in sectors or activities under government approval route will be subject to government approval where? When and all government approval can be required. First one, control, ownership is with a person outside India. Basically, it is not with us. Second one, the control or ownership of an existing Indian company currently owned or controlled by a resident Indian. And what is he doing? He is transferring or passing it on to a non-resident entity. Sir, first one, from the beginning, it is a PROI. Who is investing? Basically, an outsider is coming inside. Pranita, that is the reason if you see partnership or proprietary concern, there are exceptions. A person resident outside India, straight away he cannot come. We have only opened it for an NRI. Getting the point? Yes. Automatic route, I'll show you. There is the entire list of automatic route only. Yeah. Sir, second one, people. First one from the day one PROI. Second one, initially PRI was the owner or controlled by PRI. Later it is being transferred to PROI. Correct? All of you? Sir, third one. It is clarified that foreign investment shall include all types of foreign investment. Direct, indirect, foreign portfolio, FDI, venture capital, LL, whatever, from wherever it is coming, you will have to put everything together. Everything together is called foreign investment. Meaning what? Directly, indirectly, alone, together, everything clubbed you have to take into picture. That is the meaning of it. This explanation, we will look into it little later. Sir, the fourth one, the ownership of an existing Indian company currently owned or controlled by a resident Indian citizen or an Indian company, which are owned or controlled by resident Indian citizen, will be or is being transferred, passed on to a non-resident entity as a consequence of a transfer of share, merger, demerger or acquisition. Yes, sir. Basically, I have clubbed it, but I have not removed it. I have put both things here only, people. Control as well as ownership. In your book, it is given as two different points. In one place, they have given as ownership. In other place, they have given as control. Control is basically you're able to control the appointment of directors. Ownership is basically more than your whatever is the prescribed amount of capital to be called as a wholly owned subsidiary or your joint venture. I have put everything under one category. I have not removed this one. So it is already covered. Why, sir? This is ownership. Here it was control. I have just put both control or ownership. In your book, if you see the same thing, there are two different points. Even the first point, if you see, I have combined. Yeah, it's the same. Sir, investment by NRI is under Schedule 4. Ignore that. Sir, a company, trust, partnership firm incorporated outside India, owned and controlled by NRI, will be eligible for investment under Schedule 4. Regulation and such investment will also be deemed to be domestic investment at par with investment made by resident. The law says if at all a company, trust, partnership firm incorporated outside India, it is owned and controlled by NRI. If they are investing, we are absolutely fine. Sir, where did we see this? Company, trust, partnership firm incorporated outside India, owned and controlled by NRI can invest in India. We have seen this. The same thing is written there also. Now, people, I told you competent authority. That is, sir, if at all I want to come under that, you are telling I need to take government approval wherever required. Now, which government I need to take? The law says it depends upon the sector. Now see, from that time you're asking, sir, which approval? Mining related activity. If at all FDI is not allowed, you will go to Ministry of Mines. Sir, Defense, Department of Defense, Production, Ministry of Defense. Sir, Ministry of Small Arms, Ammunitions, basically your bomb and all. Sir, Ministry of Home Affairs. Sir, Broadcasting, Print Media. Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Civil Aviation, Ministry of Civil Aviation. Satellite, Department of Space. Telecommunication, Department of Telecommunication. Private security agencies and applications involving investments from countries of concern. So basically all this is taken care by Ministry of Home Affairs. Sir, trading, single brand, multi-brand, we have all that in detail. Sir, FDI by NRI, export oriented units. Sir, end of the day, people, priorly it was called DIPP. Your book has not updated it. Now it has been changed to DPIIT, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. This department is the same department which gives you Startup India registration. Sir, do we have to remember everything? Technically not possible. Yeah, so how do you remember, sir? Go with the names, people. Just remember the names where, sir, broadcasting comes as Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Sir, civil aviation, Ministry of Civil Aviation. So use a little brain and you can remember whatever could be remembered. Telecommunication, Department of Telecommunication. Sir, satellite, it will be in space, Department of Space. Yes, sir. Ministry of Home Affairs, just see where and all it is coming. Sir, 1. Sir, 2. Where was the other one? Okay. So remember these two. Ministry of Home Affairs is coming under 2 places. So remember those 2. Yeah. Sir, financial services, application of foreign investment to core investment company. Engaged in the activity of investing in the capital of other Indian companies. Core investment company, NBFC you saw. Sir, Department of Economic Affairs. Sir, banking, public or private, Department of Financial Services. Sir, pharmacy, you can remember Department of Pharmaceuticals. So wherever the words, go with the words. Remember, just write down that at least. Pharmaceuticals, you can remember. This bank, financial services, try to remember. DPIIT, startup registration, all this is taken care by same person. But okay, as of now, just keep it if you are not able to. Sir, broadcasting you can remember. Civil aviation you can remember. Space you can remember. Telecommunication you remember. 6. Mines, where is that? Defense. What else you want? Almost you have remembered. DPIIT also remember. That body is not new for you. For people who have done setting up, for you, this is very, wherever you see, you will see DPIIT. Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Yes. So try to remember like that and go. Yeah. What? Okay, Sushma has a question, sir. What if Pakistan wants to invest in mining and Pappu Ministry of Mines grants permission by taking bribe? What will happen in this case? Can this happen? Generally, permission and approval, I'll say it can be influenced, it cannot be influenced. If it is in a very small space, it may be influenced. If it's a very large amount, it will not be so easy. Yeah, but yes, I mean, if the ministry is being bribed and all, then we cannot help. Yeah. Now, sir, special attention. Book did not give, I gave you. Amended people. Sir, now what is this amendment? Sir, you have given us some somewhere around how many? 17, huh? Sir, you have given us somewhere around 17 departments. Sir, India, how many departments are there? Are everything covered here? Now I want to invest in that sector for which there is no department. Or you have not designated one, or you only don't know. You are only confused which department it comes under. Now enna pandirke. Sorry. Now what to do? Yes, sir. Now what do I do? That comes here, amended part. in respect of application where there is a doubt about what administrative ministry or department. So you don't take tension, you call the DPIIT. DPIIT shall identify, it is his job. What, sir? Who is that administrative ministry or department? He will identify. You don't take tension. Whoever is coming in, you give it to DPIIT. He will find it out. Yes, sir. Amendment people, careful, remember. Okay. In cases of proposal, people, money coming in. 1 Allah, 2 Allah, 3 Allah. Sir, 5,000 crore or more money is coming into India. Sir, how can it come, sir? How much did Facebook invest? In case, how much did Facebook invest? Recently they invested, no? Sir, in case of proposals involving total foreign equity inflow of more than rupees 5,000 crore, competent authority shall place. Who is the competent authority? These people. Sir, now assume pharmaceuticals, Dr. Reddy Lab. Dr. Reddy Laboratory is getting more than 5,000 crore of equity inflow. Now what will he do? Department of Pharmaceuticals shall place the same for consideration of Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. It will be taken for a discussion, people. When, sir, whenever any particular sector, that particular company belonging to a particular sector, they are getting more than 5,000 crore or more. That is, sorry, more than 5,000 crore. 5,000 not here. 5,001, you have to make sure who? Competent authority. He will take that file. He will go to the superior, that is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Even their consideration is required. Meaning they will also look into it. Yes, sir. Sir, only 5,000 crore or more this people will look. That is Cabinet Committee. If any other competent authority, they feel, sir, our file also see, sir, we are a little confused. They will look into such files also. The CCA would also consider the proposal which may be referred to it by the ministry in charge of the concerned competent authority. Any other one, if you want me to see, I will look into it. Getting this point? Any doubts? Sure? So, sir, cases which do not require fresh approval. Government approval you have taken. Now you have brought FDI into India. Sir, which do not require FDI further approval. Fresh approval is not required, it seems. When not at all important, people. Common sense this one is. Why? You will only see. So what has happened now? You will fall under approval route. Your sector falls under approval route, for which you have taken the government's approval. Which government? The competent authority, you have gone to them, you have taken the approval. And money also has come inside. The law is telling fresh approval now is not required. Another approval is not required. That is the meaning of fresh approval. No, another approval is not required. When all simple only. Companies may not require fresh approval of the government for bringing in additional foreign investment into the same entity. Basically, that is the entity which has already taken approval and they want to bring in more money. Okay, when, sir, entities, the activity of which had earlier required the prior approval of government, and earlier they have also taken the prior approval. Sir, previously it was under government route. We have also taken the government route now of the government for their initial foreign investment. They have taken, but subsequently such activities or sectors have been placed now under automatic route. Sir, back then when I got the money for the first time, it was under government route. That is the reason I got your approval and I brought the money. Sir, now that sector only has taken from approval route and put under automatic route. Why will I take again approval? They have only clearly telling for money coming in, it is automatic route. Why will I take again approval? Getting this point? Common sense, no? Don't you think so? Sir, second one, entities the activity of which had sectoral cap. Insurance company only 49% and had accordingly earlier obtained the prior approval of the government for their initial foreign investment. But subsequently, such caps are removed. Insurance 49%. Now assume they make it 100%. Why do you need government approval? Sectoral cap is only removed, no? Yes, Sushma, there is no cap on the money. There is no cap on the money here. When I say 100%, whatever are the equity shares in the company, the entire 100% can be held by them. So I'll tell you, no. Say for example, I'll show you an example also. Can you see this? Sir, agriculture, floriculture, horticulture, cultivation of vegetable and mushroom, cultivation, vegetables and mushroom, sir, 100% automatic route. Development and production of seeds and planting material, animal husbandry, aquaculture, services related to agro and allied sectors. Sir, anything apart from this, besides the above, FDI is not allowed in any other agriculture sector or activity. Sir, if it is these four, sir, 100% FDI is allowed. Floriculture, this is what I told you. Yes, sir, this is allowed. But anything else apart from this, sir, not allowed. So this is what is called as automatic route. Can you see this? In certain places, you will see approval route. In certain places, you will see the limit. This is called sectoral cap. Can you see here FDI cap? Clear? Getting a fair idea, all of you. There people going inside. Prohibited sector, again same, nothing will change. Same, copy paste only. Sir, next one. Additional foreign investment up to cumulative amount of 5,000 crore. Sir, 5,000 crore. I have already taken, no? That is what? In case of proposals involving total foreign equity inflow of more than 5,000 crore, sir, cumulatively I am getting it, adding on, not at once. I am getting in installments. I have already taken for it. Why should I again take? Sir, don't you think all this is common sense? But amendment, sir, important, sir. Yes, people? Clear? Okay. Investment and its condition, small topic. What is that? Sir, instruments, we have already written. What is that, sir? Equity share, fully compulsory government debentures, fully compulsory prevent shares. Yes, sir, which you have already written. Sir, now there is something called as GDR and FCCB. What are that? I'll explain you about that and later I'll tell you where it falls. Yes, I'll tell you about that. We'll do it. Sir, if at all it is not fully optional, fully mandatorily, compulsorily convertible preferential debenture, where will it fall? Sir, debt, no. It is debt, no. If it is not getting converted to equity, it is end of the day debt, no. If it is debt, where will it come? Our first chart, that is what we did. Sir, entry condition on investment, there can be these conditions on which an entry will be given. Yes, sir. State or local loss, security condition, sectoral loss, that is insurance, sectoral law, lock-in period, within this you cannot take away your money, minimum capitalization. Capitalization is minimum money you get inside. Always remember, capitalization includes your face value plus securities premium account. That is whatever your extra money you spend. Again, all that you have, people. Everything is there. Sir, prohibited sector. Quickly recap and two additional points. Sir, lottery business, gambling, chit fund, nidhi, trading in transferable development right, real estate, construction of farmhouse also. Sir, real estate shall not include. This is what I told you. In your third chapter, they have not written this word. In this chapter, they have written this word. You remember I told you specifically? Sir, shall not include development of township, construction of residential or commercial premises, roads or bridges, real estate investment trust, registered and regulated under SEBI REIT. So till now you guys had seen, sir, simple things, nothing more. You remember the first person, lottery and gambling. The last person, you cannot set up. You cannot bring anything as a franchisee also. Assume there is something called Dingchik franchisee casino. You cannot bring it India. Foreign technology collaboration in any form, in the form of license, trademark, franchise, brand name, howsoever, regarding the prohibited sector. What? Lottery business, gambling and betting activities. Yes, sir. You need to check the percentage, no? When is it called foreign direct investment? 10%. Less than that? Sir, FPI, sir. Do whatever you want. Yes? And second thing I told you, sir, lottery, gambling, this is a state related law. Where did you tell, sir? Sir, Indian Contract Act, sir, Mumbai mein illegal, sir, bare places mein void, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, next one. Again, simple point, people. Cigarette. Anything regarding cigarette, they can't invest. Cigar, cheroots, cigarillos, cigarettes, tobacco. What is that? What is that? Gutka? What is it? They keep here now. What is that? Gutka only, no? Madam is selling brands and all. Yeah, that. Mavana. They are not doing this, da. Chinese Kaini. That only. People, have you seen this ad? Have you seen this ad? Ajay Devgan. Vimal. Kanadali Kesari. Correct? People, Vimal also, they have this gutka. Do you know that? Vimal also has gutka. In India, tobacco related products cannot be advertised. Why do you think, hey, Kesar, do you want promotion? Da? Kesar, will people buy Kesar? Costliest brand, costliest product that is. They cannot directly promote. That is the reason they are promoting a byproduct. Sir, we do not believe you. You remember this one? What is that? Men Will Be Men. Music series. Aaj ki raat. That is how the song comes. Have you seen that Men Will Be Men ads? Imperial Blue. Imperial Blue is an alcohol brand. Why do you think they sell it as a musical album? Byproduct selling. McDowell's. Exactly. Why do they brand soda? Byproduct. In India, we cannot market all these products. Yeah, sir. Manufacturing of cigar, cheroots. Sir, what is all this, people? Dappa cigarette. You know this. If you go to village side and all, they will call it as what? Ganesh BDA. No, they call it as they're not beaded. I forgot. What do you call it? Some beat will come. BD Allah. It will be fat, no? It will be very class. If it is foreign movies and all, you can see it will be very fast. The big one. That is with this. Ganja. ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಳಗಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಳಗಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. But I hope you got that. Yeah. So sir, prohibited sector. Sir, next one. Paramanu movie. Sir, basically the sector people which is not open for private people. Sir, example, Indian Railways, no competition, monopoly. Atomic energy, not open for private people. So here we are not telling you guys can't come here. We are telling it is not even open for our private people. Forget about you. Indian Railways, is there any other railways? Not possible. Police, you can start your own police station. Our own sector, not possible. Yes sir, so prohibited sector. Remember, regarding your lottery gambling, there are two: chit funds, Nidhi company. Lottery gambling and the last person, any foreign collaboration in the way of license, franchise, trademark, brand name, anything in prohibited for lottery business and gambling and betting activities. Sir, and rest of it cut, copy, paste. Only addition, activities not open for private sector and your cigarette, tobacco and all that. Yes sir. Okay sir. And it shall not include your development of township construction. Same thing people. If you guys can remember there, cut, copy, paste. Nothing will change here. Clear? Any doubts people? Finding this okay at least? Yes? Sir, what? Oh, easy sir. Hey. Bida kano, underestimate mat bida. No people, it is easy only. Just that remember the way it is to be remembered. Learn the concepts, do not mug it up. That's the only thing. No people, it is easy only. I am telling you no. Maintain a good notes, it is easy only. Nothing to worry. Yeah? Head is spinning. We did not start only. Okay, chalo. So let us meet tomorrow people. That's it for today. Chalo, bye bye.